The WNBA don't pay my bills at all. I don't even think that pays one of my bills. Literally. I'm trying to think of like my rent for where I stay at. I'm gonna do the math real quick.
It might cover that. Yeah, it covers that. It definitely covers that.
What is I don't even know my salary.
Although it sounds absurd, Angel Reese recently revealed that she is leaving the WNBA because her pay is insufficient to pay her bills. Since she is Angel Reese, we should have anticipated the most spectacular exit conceivable.
Problem for Angel Reese, her rent is $8,000 a month. Earlier this week, she complained about the generous donations that she receives from the NBA not being enough to pay her exorbitant rent.
She is essentially stating that her WNBA salary of $3,439 does not cover her $8,000 monthly rent. But wait, she deliberately neglected to mention her sponsorship deals or the fact that her net worth is likely sufficient to purchase a small island. To be honest, Angel claiming that you are too poor to pursue this job change seems like a weak justification, particularly when others are questioning your choice to enter the adult entertainment and daring modeling industries.
I'm a beautiful girl. Like, I'm a beautiful woman. I've been posting pictures in my bikinis. I got a nice body and I work hard for it. And if I want to post a picture of my bikini, I should be able to without being sexualized.
We would all have been pleased to see the WNBA become a bit less poisonous if you had simply left in silence.
Kind of like the league is in its baddie era.
Yeah.
So right now
it's in a baddie era.
For real.
Sure. Like, I love the tunnel walks. Everybody getting fitted for games. We looking good.
And let's face it, ever since Angel Reese joined the WNBA, her Instagram feed has garnered far more attention than her jump shot. You would think that as a rookie in one of the top women's basketball leagues, she would be more focused on the game. But instead, her social media quickly turned into a runway of daring photo shoots and, let's say, artistic poses that were not even subtle. They had as much to do with basketball as I do with quantum physics.
This league does not have the money to pay you. They don't have the money to pay the minimum wage that you are generously collecting now, much less the millions of dollars that WNBA players will potentially demand this offseason. Make no mistake about it, that video from Angel Reese, that was 100% intentional.
And it didn't stop there. While most rookies are out here trying to establish themselves on the court, Angel was already voicing her displeasure with her paychecks, or lack thereof, and wasn't holding back either. Rather than simply putting on her sneakers and playing ball, she was practically waving a flag and saying, "I'm not making enough money." Of course, she had to drop the infamous $88,000 monthly rent bombshell because, after all, who doesn't feel bad for someone who struggles to pay that kind of rent in Chicago? It became a whole thing, with everyone talking about her ridiculous rent circumstance.
She goes on to say that her WNBA salary doesn't pay her rent.
When she revealed to the world that she was spending $8,000 a month on a high-rise apartment, everyone on the internet gasped and scratched their heads like, wait, a rookie paying $96,000 a year just for rent. Even Angel seemed somewhat shocked, asking, "Oh, am I living beyond my means?" But how do you not notice your wallet screaming at you every month? The fans weren't having it, and they were out there saying what we were all thinking, girl. Maybe don't sign a lease that costs more than your yearly salary.
The average rent in Chicago is around $2,000 a month. Now, to be fair, I am sure $2,000 is just enough to get you a premier dump in the city. But Angel Reese, she works in a dump every day, so the conditions shouldn't really bother her. $24,000 a year in rent. That would be around a third of her salary. Now, that is higher than the 25% that's recommended, but Angel Reese, she should be able to get by living donation to donation with rent being $2,000 a month.
Furthermore, Angel Reese's financial difficulties are far more complex and, to be honest, more entertaining than they may appear at first glance. Her WNBA salary of $3,439 may seem modest, especially when compared to NBA players who earn enough money to launch their own space programs. But concentrating solely on that amount is like focusing on the tip of the iceberg and ignoring the enormous chunk of ice beneath the surface. Angel's bank account is also far healthier than she makes it appear.
So her WNBA salary doesn't pay her rent. Now her WNBA salary is like $74,000. So she makes a regular American salary for an extraordinary amount of attention that she gets. Now, obviously, she's cashing in.
We're all left scratching our heads when she's out here pretending to be counting pennies to keep the lights on because between endorsements, zero deals, and her involvement in that shiny new, unmatched league, she's reportedly earning anywhere between $1 million and $5 million annually. That's a lot of zeros.
Endorsements and all of that. But, you know, isn't there an incentive? If you're in the NBA and you've got a guaranteed contract of 5, 10 plus million dollars, whatever, you don't necessarily have an incentive to go out and make headlines.
Don't forget after her big break with LSU, where she led them to a national championship in 2023, Angel's end deals went through the roof. Brands practically threw themselves at her, begging to slap her face on everything from skincare products to sneakers. Angel has been one of the biggest beneficiaries of the NCAA's rule change that allows athletes to profit from their name, image, and likeness.
And by the way, like if she didn't have all the other things that LSU and now certainly the WNBA, the exposure of those two places has gotten her all those lucrative contracts away from on the playing court, her rent is $8,000 a month, Ricky?
She's got a nicer place than I do, evidently.
I was going to say, yeah, I might transition to go play in the WNBA.
And she wasted no time at all. It's a little crazy when she talks about how financially strapped she is, but wait, the story gets more complicated. Cashing those checks, these transactions alone are bringing in millions of dollars, far more than most WNBA players can hope to earn from simply playing ball. Angel is involved with a brand new basketball venture that aims to provide female athletes greater autonomy and authority in addition to generating lucrative endorsements.
Recently announced you're playing in Unrivaled. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Just tell me how excited you are for that.
I'm really excited. For one, I came straight from college, so knowing that I don't have to go overseas and I'm able to play still in the States is something that I wanted. It's Miami. So
The Yams.
the Yams. So I'm excited for that.
And by ownership, I mean that they're actually acquiring league stakes. Yes, they're investors as well as players, which is essentially unheard of in the sports industry, and it's giving her even more money. Therefore, when you consider Angel's finances, you're not talking about someone who is barely making ends meet. Rather, she has the revenue streams that most people only dream about.
Angel Reese has things to say. She says that, and again, she can't decide if she wants to be the villain or not. One day she's the victim. One day she's saying things that make her villainous. She says that she wants to bring trash talk to women's basketball.
Which leads us to the actual problem. On the one hand, Angel Reese wants us to think that she's just a regular person who struggles to make ends meet like the rest of us. But on the other hand, she's out there flaunting her junk and sounding like a badass while earning huge checks. Fans adored her early on for her audacious, direct attitude. Remember, when she pointed to her ring finger following LSU's championship win? She was a breath of fresh air, upending the conventional sports narrative. It seems like she's trying to be both the villain and the underdog, and to be honest, it's confusing the shit out of everyone.
Yo, I'm living beyond my means. It's like, no, my rent is more than that. It's 8,000. I'm living beyond my means. I don't even know my salary for WNBA.
Obviously, you're fortunate
To be in a
income, but think about how many people don't and have to actually live off that.
I know.
That's really sad.
However, it's beginning to feel like her tough girl persona is more of an act, especially in light of all these official court complaints. Fans who once applauded her confidence are beginning to roll their eyes, and if Angel just fully embraced her role as the villain, she would likely receive a lot more respect. For example, look at Dennis Rodman or Bill Laimbeer. They were despised by many, but they owned it and became legends for it. They didn't waver between being loved and hated. They stuck to their villain roles and never looked back. More recently, her Instagram has changed from being a BB ball star to a provocative model in training, And let's say that fans are taking notice of the bikini photos, daring outfits, and glitzy modeling poses. It seems like she's setting the stage for something bigger, and by bigger, I mean the rumors that she might be going exclusively to fans.
It's been happening for a really, really, really long time now. And now it's just like, okay, like find something new.
Indeed, those speculations have been circulating since the middle of 2024, and based on the way she has been updating her content, it seems less like wild speculation and more like she is easing us all toward a future announcement.
I'm a beautiful girl. Like, I'm a beautiful woman. I've been posting pictures in my bikinis. I got a nice body and I work hard for it. And if I want to post a picture in my bikini, I should be able to without being sexualized.
Now, to be fair, Angel has always been vocal and her Instagram has provided a glimpse into her life. But as those glimpses became more detailed, some began to wonder if she was only creating a brand beyond basketball, or is this a complete shift to the sexy realm of platforms like solely fans? Let's face it, her feed now seems more like it belongs to a well-known influencer than a professional player, and naturally, rumors began spreading more quickly than a three-point shot.
And I was talking about being sexualized. Like, I guess people thought that was like, because I post pictures in my bathing suits. No, like, multiple occasions, people have made AI pictures of me, like, naked. Literally.
Really?
They have sent it to my family members. My family members are like, uncles are sending it to me like,
no.
Are you naked on Instagram?
Moreover, not only is Reese's social media presence causing controversy, but she has also gone on camera during an Instagram live to lament being sexualized and claiming that men constantly minimize her to her appearance. But wait, this is where things get complicated.
And if I want to post a picture in my bikini, I should be able to without being sexualized. Where I'm saying I'm asking for, or like being able to have a moment where like I'm being vulgar or I'm this, that, like it is, and it's the same. It's been happening for a really, really, really long time now.
Fans were compelled to point out the inconsistency. When you post provocative images everywhere, how can you be upset when people react to the same imagery? It's like igniting a fire and being surprised to see how hot it is. While some followers are applauding her and accusing her of hypocrisy due to the contradictory messaging, others are supporting her and claiming that she is simply using her position of authority to make money.
It's just like, it's also a negative sometimes though, because people think you're too worried about what you're looking like. Like, this has been a thing. Like, everybody's always wanted to look good on the court.
Speaking of creating a bank, some fans believe she has every right to use her fame to further her career, even if it means embracing the more controversial aspects of life. However, others believe she is deviating from her original values. Is she making money at the expense of her morals? This is the question that many are trying to answer, particularly since those rumors are still very much alive.
I'm happy where we are. I'm happy to see all the girly girls being able to pop it and look cute on the runway and being able to continue that, because we have a couple models in this league. Like, we got some face cards.
Lot.
We got some face cards.
That Skims campaign.
And the theory is that Angel's recent move from basketball to more entertainment-focused endeavors, like modeling or perhaps just fans, may be her attempt to avoid a scandal. Perhaps she's attempting to leave the WNBA before any formal announcement regarding the steroid rumors is made. Athletes have done this before. As soon as controversy begins to surface, they swiftly diversify their sources of income so that when the chips fall, their accounts remain intact. If the steroid rumors prove to be accurate, Angel's career in the WNBA could be ended. We're talking suspensions, possibly even a ban, which is why her increasing emphasis on social media modeling and perhaps just fans makes a lot more sense. She seems to be securing the bag in a whole other lane before everything blows up, since she knows she might be involved in a scandal.